everyone for our week 10 lecture class. And this class is about, we're going to cover some important topics, which will be about different and important quality features of developing a website. As we know that you guys are already developing a website, this week is your submission week as well. So these slides will definitely help you with that completion of your that assignment. Yeah, so which is really good. So let's get into it here as well. Okay, let me show you something. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, we will get into slides straight away, and we will show you some important information. And I have covered a lot of information in our tutorial classes last week as well, and I emphasized the importance of quality of design, especially when you are developing a website. And I hope these slides will further enhance your understanding of how important the principles of good design are for a website. Okay, right from our learning outcomes, other than introduction, we've got display design, we've got view window management, that is also very important as well. We have got some animations, web page design, color management, non-anthropomorphic design, which is basically more connected to humans. So it is the opposite of, let's say, it's kind of like a human behavior, and with regards to design development. Yeah, and we will also look at error messages, which often are part of web pages. Often these messages pop up on a screen, and they should offer simple constructive solution. This is what should be done. Let's say, for example, if you have typed your name incorrectly while you are trying to log into the website, it might show a message that invalid password, invalid username, and do this, do that. But that information should be easy and simple, or I guess constructive. So anyway, all right, guys, right from the start, okay, we're gonna focus on introduction. Interface design is edging closer to match the art. So, guys, I will say it is happening. We are seeing new and innovative designs, very interesting designs. I will say stunning designs in these days. New trends are becoming common these days. And techniques which are being taught in design schools. So this all just mind-boggling stuff is taking place. I will say that. So what it was 20 years ago or 30 years ago and what it is now, it's kind of a big evolution and big improvement. Definitely this is happening. We are now living in an era of smartphones, tablets, small laptops, wearables. Competition over design has intensified. So many new products are being emerged. Competitors are trying to outsmart other companies. So they are bringing, especially in like, Apple company has brought their iPad, which has now become a kind of a not only industry standard, but also very popular among common users. So we all know that the importance of that iPad. It is a very powerful tool without a doubt. This cheaper, okay, sorry, this chapter deals with design matters that are functional issues with user experience evaluation criteria. So we're gonna find some very good information here. So please, stay tuned, stay with me, don't go away, and we will be covering some important information and good information that will be helpful for your this week's assignment. So we have got one question that is asking you about quality of design, especially design display. And you can see here, this information can be very useful. Like for your website design, which you are going to develop a website this week, you need to, you need to cover important characteristics. These features here are that your website design principle should be simple, like simplicity, elegance and simplicity, unity, refinement, you know, these are important features, important characteristics. Then they are the part of your website development, and users don't want any complex websites. They don't want something which is there's like too much content. They don't want that. They want simple websites in terms of images, in terms of typography, whatever it is there. So scale, contrast, and proportion. This is important. Clarity, harmony. That should be shown on your website. This is what we need to see. You could use these subheadings in your assignments. I would like to see them there. you know so these are the important characteristics. You could show your web pages, which you will develop later, that how your web pages are complying with contrast and proportion, how they are matching with simplicity, how nice and appealing their visual structure is, how well they are organized. So these are some of the very good scenarios, which Mullet and Sono has presented as their website developing design principles. You could also use them. I would like to see them. Remember, I shown you in the in the tutorial classroom last week. They were more or less same thing. So I mean, whatever. So like slightly different. We talk about many other features, like we talk about easier navigation. That is also important. We talk about mobile phone friendliness. We talk about that. So here, image and representation, guys, very important. See the where the images will go, cohesiveness, and characterization, that is important as well. So do your images look good on that website? Animation you are using, whatever, style, distinctive, comprehensiveness, appropriateness, a lot of things, integrity. So there are so many things, and these are, you can say, the good quality design principles of any website. But I mean, as I said, you could come up with your own, and you could find other examples somewhere else. But please do look at these websites as well. They can be very, very useful as well, and can help you with your assignment, especially that question which carries 6 marks. I would like to see some elements go you use from here into your website, and you can use this source. you know Okay, now, guys, this is what we are talking about, and this week is all about developing a website. So we're going to focus on design display. So, like, this is one of the websites about global climate change. So again, they are showing some kind of a, like, a global ice view or something is here. So it has to be relevant. So think about it. Remember last week I was saying to you that your home page is one of the very important documents. Your homepage plays an important role. It actually tells the visitor who you are, what you stand for, what type of clear message, clear purpose you have. So please make sure that you develop the website in which your homepage should be interesting, should be good. Yeah, basically this is what it needs to be. So, well, anyway, have a look here. Some information here, guys. This is a quite a, like a small font, but I mean, anyway. So, some important information. I won't read all the bullet points here. There are quite a few, but let's say, for example, one of them I am trying to read here is that for size coding, make larger symbols to be at least 1.5 times the height of the next smaller symbol. So these are some, how symbols should be there, like about maintaining consistency, on your web page. So use short, simple sentences is also one of the important characteristics. So there are quite a few. I will like, I would want every other student to go through here one by one. Ensure that any data that user needs at any step in a transaction sequence are available for display. So these are important features as well. So, like, I mean, use affirmative statements rather than negative statements. So these are some of the qualities, you have to use. So remember that quality of design subheading in your assignment, you could use some of the information from here. So by all means, use that information. So this is really good. Well, anyway, um, okay, I mean, in depth, you will find good information, which should be part of your assignment. Yeah. Well, anyway, okay, some more information, guys. We will not go into too much detail, but just about field layout, what it should look like, blank spaces, how they should be utilized, how the separate lines can distinguish fields, how the name should appear in chronological order, alignment of dates, familiar date separators, kind of very good information. So specify the date format. So a lot of things, background shading, color, graphic icons. We're talking about heaps of things, and those heaps of things um, can be part of your assignment, can be part of your website development. So please use this information. I would request everyone. These websites, sorry, these slides contain very good information, and that information can be useful in your assignment. Yeah, think about it. So by all means, you can use this information. Yeah. So anyway, some more information here, guys. Empirical results. The structure from from superior to narrative form. Improving data labels. We're talking about that. Consistent location, structure, terminology. So many things are there. Guys. Performance times improve with fewer, denser displays for expert user like over the years, 20 years ago, the websites look different. What they look is now completely different. So they look more sharp. They contain more information than they contained ever before. So things have changed. You have to change yourself as well. So please come up with modern design. I would like to see modern design in your assignment. you know so this information will provide you good help. Yeah. Sequence of displays, guys. This is also important. Should be similar throughout the system for similar tasks, but exceptions will certainly occur. With like this is important too. You can develop this kind of information as well. It should be possible to go backwards in a sequence to correct errors, to review decisions, to try different alternatives. So very, very good information here, in terms of your website development. They are showing you now an example here. US Navy air traffic control work environment with multiple specialized data intensive displays. So this is, look at, this is how nicely they have shown something. So this is what it is. If you are showing something, an image on your website, it should be relevant to who you are, what you are. So this is a US Navy air traffic control work environment. They are exactly showing what it is. So this is good. This is how good and smart pictures are taken to display on your website. So you too should choose your pictures carefully, and whatever website you are developing, and those pictures should be part of your assignment. Hmm. Yeah, let's continue here. So guys, we've got a polling question. All right, let's do this polling question sometime, not leave it to the tutorial class. Which of the following is not true about a good design? It's not true. Okay. Everything design has an explicit criteria such that the design is useful and usable. Guys, I think it's important. This is what it should be. Everything is designed keeping a vague context in mind. I think this is the wrong. This is the answer, because this is not true. This should not be the something vague. So I mean, we don't want vagueness. We want, as I said to you, simplicity. Simplicity is the way to do your assignment. That is important. So that will be the right answer. Anyway, keep moving, guys. Okay. More information about display design, guys. It's showing you. Okay, now look at here. They have got something from attendance registration. Some information is here. Just email type or registrant or whatever actions. Something. But good thing is about it, which I have been emphasizing for some time, that whenever you display an image or a screenshot into your assignment, please give the name, also the number. It might be screenshot number one, screenshot, or figure number one, figure number two, whatever it is. But do write a short description, which I like to see, which what is happening in that image or in that screenshot. That is very important. It's this way you get good marks, and this is the right way anyway. So you learn something important, that you show that you are showing an image, a diagram, a picture, a graph, or whatever it is, and whatever is happening in that specific diagram or picture or graph, you briefly mention it. So I like to see that, guys, in your assignment too. Please do this, and that will get you good marks. All right, guys, some more information again. Design display something. Sensing Catherine's Blizzard's iFood. You might have seen this kind of things before. So again, there's a short description written here what is happening in this diagram. So this exactly these kind of things also need to be shown in your assignment with plenty of images that will come from your website. So I would like to see maybe your website's pages, images, or that should be shown as a screenshot, copy paste onto your assignment, and the number should be given there and a short description. This is what I need to see. We are going to talk about a lot of things, Okay, now guys, look at the view management now. Window management, this is also important as well. What design considerations need to be done here. Users need to consult multiple sources rapidly, minimally disturb users' tasks. With large displays, eye, head movement, and visibility are problems sometimes. So like very, it's important. How this you do. So once again, if you are looking at the window, then again the designers will look at that what best design they can come up with, so that will enable majority of users to smoothly do whatever they actually are doing. So guys, this kind of things are really good. So some more information here, guys. Coordinating multiple windows these days, multiple windows are being used at the same time. People are using 2 or 3 large screens these days in their office work environment. So you think about it as well. So I mean, how can we synchronize scrolling? Like a hierarchical browsing, a lot of things are happening as well. Maybe they can show you some example here. Let's have a look at here. Maybe this looks like like a hierarchy, like a hierarchical browsing. So it is just for example, but just think about it. How things can be read smoothly and with ease. This is important too. You know. So, okay, we're talking about here now further Windows management continues here, so some information here again, Visual Studio integrated development environment illustrating coordinated window views, as you can see here. This is nice. So, this and a short description is written here. What is happening here? So as I always say that with each image, screenshot, diagram, or graph or whatever, short description must be written. So please keep. All right, now there's another information here. Again, they are showing some like I think this Paris, France, Europe, world. See here. So you started here global view, then they filtered to Europe. They restricted to just Europe, then France, then Paris. So they are trying to kind of browse large views into something, yeah, maybe something. Yeah, it gives an idea. This is how things should be done. Yeah. So image browsing, guys, same thing, how this should be done smoothly. The design of image browsers should be governed by user tasks, which can be classified as follows: image generation, open-ended exploration, diagnostics, navigation, monitoring. There are few of the characteristics that should be part of your image browsing. So we're talking about animation, guys. This is also true. A lot of animations are displayed and they enhance your your user's experience. The use of animation has grown significantly. Examples may include keeping user oriented during transition, indicating an affordance, inviting interaction, entertaining, indicating background activity. That is also, keeps user busy, and sometimes happy, sometimes not happy. Who knows? Storytelling, alerting. This is good thing for alerting the user. Providing a visual tour, it can be very good. Explaining a process. So animation, is a good part of your website development too. It can be added if required. There is no hard and fast rule that you don't have to. You can in your website. Okay, now a polling question again. We will go through this one. All right. And which of the following statement is true? A good user interface design doesn't save money and is expensive. I guess we did it before, didn't we? No? Yeah, they have given it again. I think we have done this in week 9. I remember. But anyway, we'll do it again. I think you may have forgotten. Yeah, but I do remember. Anyway, a good. Yeah, I have a good memory. I don't know. Well, all right, guys. Let's focus here. A good user interface design doesn't save money as it is expensive. I guess it's not a good like good statement. It's not true. Yeah, definitely. Bad user interface design doesn't really affect the reputation of the company. I guess it does. If you develop something bad, it can affect your company's name, reputation. So it can happen. A good user interface design saves time and effort. Definitely it does. It saves you rework. That's the most important thing. The user interface design doesn't matter as long as the product is great. No, it does matter, guys. I will say, regardless of how good the product is, how great the product is, the user, good user interface design matters. It's very important. Yeah. All right, keep moving here, guys. Animation, guys. This is one example. It's here, Gapminder uses animation to compare the income per person of 5 countries change over time. So just this animation could be sometime interesting. This like defense what you are making. But they are good actually. So Gapminder is one of the websites which actually does this. Web page design, guys. Top 10 mistakes. Okay, now, okay, read the mistakes first now. Burying information too deep in a website, not a good idea, guys. Definitely. Overloading page with too much material. Cluttering is not a good idea. Providing awkward or confusing navigation. Navigation should be easier. Putting information in unexpected places on the page. I mean, which if they are not visible, especially clearly visible, don't put the information there. All information should be right in front of your eyes, in front of the eyes of your visitors, users. Putting, okay, not making links obvious and clear, guys. Links should be right there. Very important. Presenting information in bad tables. Yeah, sometimes tables can be confusing. You make sure the things are easy. Easily can be understood by the visitors. Making text so small that many users cannot read it. Text typography should be good. You know, using color combination for text that many users cannot read. Color management is an important factor. People like good colors. The color should not be too bright, should not be too dull. Guys. Yeah. Using bad forms, again, not a good idea. Hiding or not providing features that could help users. So these are some of the 10 mistakes which every web developer or every web page designer should avoid. Definitely. I will say, please read this information as you are in the process of completing your assignment this week, and this is week 10. So please, these should be an important part of your, of your assignment, and something which you should avoid in your assignment. Definitely. Okay, some more information, guys, about here. And numerous guidelines for web designers are available on the web and can be incorporated into your design process to ensure consistency and adherence to emerging standards. That is very important that we follow those standards. And there are so many here, guys. You want to have a look at them. The web style guide. So there are heaps. If you type even on Google something about good quality design for a website, you will find heaps of information, and that information can be also very useful. So some of the information here is old, looks like 2008, 6, 15, but it's fine. I mean, more or less the same anyway. But with time, new information, if you want 2023, 2024 information, which can also be found, I guess, we are in January 2024 anyway. So, but you will find very useful, very good information on internet, and that can be used to do your assignment. Well, anyway, keep moving to guys. Okay, guys, now we're talking about color. Color is such an important factor which should be appealing, should soothe or strike the eye. It should not be like too bright colors. People don't like them. So this is important as well. So it adds accents to an interesting display. Color scheme must be very, very good. It can facilitate subtle discrimination in complex displays, emphasize the logical organization of information, can draw attention to warnings, so it can evoke strong emotional reactions of joy, excitement, fear, anger. So color management needs to be 100% correct. So please do mention this as one of the important elements of your good website design in your assignment. Please do that. Yeah. So some more information, guidelines here. So I guess that you will find these guidelines anywhere. I'll read some of them. Use color conservatively, guys. Limit the numbers and amounts of colors. I mean, of course, you should not be using 35 colors on one page. So just keep the scheme good. It should be eye-catching, should be appealing. Should attract the user in those who are visiting the site. So consider the needs of color deficient users. Color can help in formatting, be consistent in color coding. So there are a lot of features here, guys, which you can adopt, use to do your assignment, you know. So I will definitely say, please, when you are doing your assignment, color scheme should be an important factor. It's like a vital part of your website development. You know, all designers play they will pay important attention to this. You know, I mean, it's somewhere where you like see the end purpose of your good website design is to keep users on your website. You know, retain them, and the website should be as good that people should return over and over again. You know, if your website experience for one-time user is bad enough, chances are they are not going to come back. They will not come back to, you know, spend time on your website. You know, so as a designer, your job is important. You know, you have to design as such that design will be appealing to large number of users. So guys, please, this is important. You know, I will say you pay attention to this important factor in not only in if you are, you know. Okay guys, now we got some of the guidelines for using color. I know they're very small. See, we were talking about a small font. Now we've got a small font here as well. But guys, some of them I will read. Some of them use color. Can say, oh, I think they more or less they are same here anyway. Benefits of using color, dangers of using color, you know. So yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, I mean, it's very good information anyway, you know. But guys, please keep all this information, handy when you're doing your assignment. It is. I'm requesting everyone, you know. So all this information will help you not only when you're designing the website, but also when you are writing the information on your Microsoft Word file. So please, think about it as well. Okay, now some more information as well, guys. You know, practical examples. You know, if you wanna visit these websites and watch this video, can help you as well. You know, so it's good, you know. So I will just keep moving, you know. So okay, guys, looks this looks nice, you know. I mean, color brewer, you know. So they've got something. It's like looking nice to the eyes, you know. I mean, they could have some other colors as well, but somehow this color scheme is looking nice and like soothing experience to your eyes. I guess, you know. I mean, for me, it is happening. I don't know. We all are different, you know. But majority of people think alike, you know, like they think this is nice design and they will say, oh, this looks nice, you know. Well, anyway, people can choose, you know, people can think about different things, you know. But anyway, let's keep moving, guys. Okay, we are covering good information, guys. Everybody should utilize these slides and incorporate the information and use the information to do your assignment, you know. So we are in the very important week of week 10. That's when our assignment is due, and I'm making sure that everybody is on the same page. Okay, non-anthropomorphic design, guys. Basically, non-anthropomorphic design refers to human behavior. That's how that plays a role in the design phase, you know. So we've got some concerns here as well, you know, attributions of intelligence, autonomy, free will, etc. It can deceive or confuse some users, you know, mislead users, you know. It is important to clarify differences between people and computers. Users and designers must accept responsibility for misuse of computers. You know, although attractive to some people, an anthropomorphic interface can produce anxiety in others. You know, so like computers can make people feel dumb. It can happen. You know, computers should be transparent and support concentrating on the tasks in hand. There's some information here, guys. You know, so I mean. But it depends, you know. So kind of, I remember that, at some time, you know, these small animal-looking features were part of, but they didn't go that far, you know. I mean, sometimes they looked not very good, dumb kind of something, you know. So these small animals looking, logos or something, but they didn't go that far, you know. So people came back to again natural design interfaces, you know. So, well, some information there anyway. Okay, activity polling question students to complete. Let's see how students respond. Which of the following is a mode of conducting surveys? So, guys, I will say. you know, probably all of the above, guys, So I would say that, telephone, web is these days is the most powerful one, I will say. Yeah. Okay. Now, some of the non-anthropomorphic design um, slides we've got here. Advocates of anthropomorphic interfaces suggest that they may be most useful as teachers, salespeople, therapists, or entertainment figures. An alternative design is to present a human author of a package through pre-recorded audio or video. I mean, these, as I said, we're not sure. I mean, like, I will say gone the days when this type of like you are using some animals talking from behind or something, speaking. Not, not very much these ideas, went too far and to acceptance level. People didn't accept these ideas. Well, anyway, cartoon characters were shown, sometime just to attract students. Oh, sorry, kids. Yeah, well, okay, guys. Okay, almost there, guys. Error messages, guys. This is an important one, and I would like to see some of at least one of the slides. Okay, sorry, one of the screenshots from your assignment that will show an error, and you will type about it. So this is very important. You need to provide constructive, specific guidelines and in a positive tone. Message should wherever possible indicate what users should do to correct the problem. This is very important. How to correct the error if you have made one. I mean, you cannot have a system which will be 100% error free. I mean, efforts are made to make the system 100% error free where there will be no error making, but things go wrong, things happen. But good designs will have that problem covered. And how you will cover that, like you will provide a short message that will actually guide you to do the correction. That is important. Simple, constructive message. Yeah, negative message should not be, I don't think so, should be used, should be used there. Yeah, I mean, simple messages, guys, as I said, simple, easy, that should be, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, some examples here. This is poor, this is better, invalid data. So, I mean, instead of this message, invalid data, you should write this type of message. Days range from 1 to 31. If suppose somebody enters a date of birth, which is 32, if somebody types 32, so the good message is days ranges from 1 to 31, because these are the monthly days 1 to 31. And then invalid data is not a good message here. So this is a good message. So instead of this bad file name, you could write this message like that. Depends, whatever it is. Well, uh, but guys, end product is important, in error messages. Be as specific and precise as possible. Determine necessary relevant error message. Be constructive. Indicate what the user needs to do. Use a positive tone. Better avoid condemnations. Be courteous. This is important. Nicely. You can say, please use this. Please use that. So don't use, do, like kind of, like you're ordering somebody to do something. Yeah, I mean, this is, but anyway, so something, designers need to pay attention here as well. Kind of increase attention to message design, develop and enforce guidelines, kind of these things important as well. So consider conducting error handling reviews, you can do that. Yeah. All right, guys, this is nice to. Okay, and one more last question. Which of the following question I designs are particularly useful for exploratory studies? You guys, looks okay. Close questions, hypothetical questions, questions with mutually exclusive options, open-ended questions. Which questions are particularly useful for exploratory studies? I will say probably close questions can be good. Yeah, well, some people will say, sir, open-minded question, why not? Yeah, well, anyway. All right, guys. Most importantly, we have finished this slide, which is week 10, which is the most likely topic for today's class. I think there were quite a few. we can discuss in our tutorial class, which we will, and which is the least likely topic of today's class, we can also discuss in our tutorial class. I thank you for being with me in this class. We have covered now week 10 slides. So please guys, it's time to go back to the your assignment, doing things, whatever you're doing. And yeah, and then I will be with you with next recording. That is a week 11 recording. So that's good. So anyway, it's time to stop this, and I will see you next week. Thank you very much.